Thanks, Paul. Well, has your school-loving child suddenly become a class-hating kid? And potty training, are they ever going to catch on? Good news, parents. Help is here. It's another house call with child psychologist Dr. Heather Wittneberg. And Dr. Heather is a licensed psychologist with a specialty in the development of toddlers and young children, preschoolers and parents too, and she's also a mom to 4 young children. And welcome to you. Thanks so much for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having me.
And we have a school theme this morning because I think there's a lot of people who are, even me, who are wondering what happened. My son, my daughter, who used to love school, now just says, I don't want to go to school. What happened?
What's interesting is that crops up. It's really common. It crops up after your child has been enjoying school for a few days or even a few weeks, and all of a sudden it's like, I don't want to go to school. You know what happened? Well, what happened is your young child, doesn't really understand fully what they're getting into when they start school. Okay. So it looks great on paper, you know, the school bus and teachers and coloring, and then they're sort of done with it. And then it's like, okay, I'm done. And you're like, no, I'm sorry, you're not done. You're going every day. And it's a really long time to be away from mom and dad for a young child. So that's where they're coming from.
So how do you handle that?
The way you handle that is you give them lots of reassurance, lots of love. Also remember that kindergarten and first grade used to be half day only. So, I mean, this is a big adjustment for your child. Lots of support, lots of reassurance, even a half day or a day off once in a while they're getting adjusted. But work with your child's teacher. She'll have some great ideas. And also you might want to do some goodbye rituals. Kiss a little card, tuck it in their pocket. They can look at it when they feel sad. Put a family photo in their backpack. The good news is this usually passes. It's a phase. It usually passes by Halloween or Thanksgiving.
Okay, that's good news. So
yeah.
Hang in there,
That's
parents.
right.
Okay. Now, another issue, potty training. And I know a lot of parents are stressing out because either their child may not have been completely potty trained by the time they start school. We're talking preschoolers here, but
yeah.
Or maybe they start regressing and it seems like they're having all these accidents again all of a sudden. What's going on?
The news flash here is that tons of young children are not 100% potty trained by their 3rd birthday. Okay? The other piece of important information to know is that pushing or forcing potty training in any way is bound to backfire, excuse the pun, but it will. I promise you it will, so you can't force it. The interesting thing is that good preschools understand this. They know how to work with you because potty training is a process, right? It's not yes or no. There are sort of variations and amounts of how potty trained your child is going to be. They'll go forward, they'll go back a little bit. The good schools understand this. They'll work with you, go to your child's teacher, say, this is what we're struggling with, what are your ideas? They're put in a tough spot because they have licensing and staffing issues to deal with, but they will work with you.
That's
okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good news. And we thank you from all parents who are having to deal with all these issues. Yeah, it is. But thank you, Heather. And
Happy
to
be
see,
here.
to see this interview again, just head to the top video section of our website, kitv.com. Dr. Heather is always here to answer your questions. You can always check her website as well. It's now 6:15. We'll be right back.